And that's why you don't want to miss the sessions just in case it doesn't get recorded. But I have recorded session courses. In other words, should you want to participate in the course at your own time, and the times for you are inconvenient at 7 at night and you got some families or whatever, you don't want to be distracted. So some people say to me, I can do my courses at 9 or 10 p.m. at night when the children are tucked in. That's okay. Then there are courses that we can send you the links to, and you can do them in your own time. But I'd said to my wife Nelda that we need to present cryptocurrency to the world of South Africa, because this is our world. And we want to give as many people the opportunity to understand the game that we're in and that everybody would like to be in, because you can make money out of this game. You can make a little money, you can make a lot of money, you can make short term, you can make long term profits. You don't want to get involved in anything that makes money without making some kind of either financial or time commitment. So if you're not willing to make the commitment and learn from the experts, I've in my life paid people in the past small and bigger amounts of money. I've sat and listened to free courses. I continue to want to educate myself. Tonight's session is going to be about the order book, buying and selling, because once you've gone through the process of depositing funds in your account and knowing how to withdraw the funds, because you're fully in control. There are no brokers. So if you've done any other trading before via Forex, this might be confusing to you because this is a lot simpler. You don't need to contact your broker and say, I want to withdraw my funds now. Um, how can I do this and when can I do this and what are the fees? Because the broker wants to take money from you in Forex accounts. And of course, these accounts are totally spot trading. This is every every person's dream of running a shop. When you buy a coin or a currency at two million 60,000 rand and you sell it at 2.18 million rand, you know you can make a profit because you got 5.75%. That is everybody's dream, to make money. And the time frame that you're going to make the money will vary from cryptocurrency to cryptocurrency. So I hope you folks are paying full attention to what I'm going to say. And I'm going to try and slow myself down because I'm so passionate about this. I don't want you to miss out on anything. And all of you are basically muted at the moment, which is great. But write in the chat box if you want me to repeat something and say something over, because I'm I'm rattling away. I'm telling you this and this and this and this, and then you say, I don't understand what he's saying, and then you can't follow the rest of what I'm saying because you didn't understand the previous sentence. I have not learned all the cryptocurrency or all the stock market trading terms. I will be honest with you, I don't know all the terms, and I've been doing trading for more than 10 years. In fact, it's probably close on 11, 12 years now. Be it as it may, you don't need a higher education. I have a matric, I have some uh, technical um, college education after that, but I do not have any university degrees to try and impress you. So I can tell you that I've run the Comrades Marathon 11 times. That's the only way I can impress you if you actually know what it is and think that's something to be impressed with. I'm going to tell you that what's important in life is what I can learn and how I can benefit from this. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk to you about an order book tonight. That's where we're going to start. In And I'm not going to use Bitcoin because these numbers are too big. You do not need to just looking at this, you don't need to buy one Bitcoin at 2.13 million rand unless you got that lying around. But the opportunity that you can have is say, I don't need 1 million rand. What if I just bought 100 rands of Bitcoin or 1,000 rands of Bitcoin right now? That's the amount of Bitcoin I would receive. And it looks like a little because it's 0.00046. But take 5 or 10 years from now, that 0.00046 would probably be worth 5 or 10 or 15,000 rand, and then you would have been glad that you bought it. But let's sidestep ourselves to something that's easier to understand, easier to buy, and we're going to take the order book of Cardano or ADA. ADA is just a shortened name. When you see any cryptocurrencies, they normally have a shortened name like USDT is US dollar tether, XRP is Ripple. It's a ex banker's coin. ETH is Ethereum. SHIB is Shiba. ADA is Cardano. Sol is Solana. Doge is Doggy or Dogecoin, which Elon Musk has been promoting. That's why it has done so well over the years. Very well over the years because he has taken this to the next level. In fact, he created the Department of uh, uh, you know, economics in the United States government to save money, and he did a very good job. XLM is lumens, LTC is Litecoin, and anytime you click on the coin, let's say I click on LTC, then you can see the name is there, and you can always check the history by going to, let's say, a 1 week graph. And Litecoin was introduced on Altcoin Trader in 2015. And the price was, let's look at this closer. Price was around 9 Rand, 9, 10 Rand. It went all the way to 6,000 Rand at some stage. So just imagine you had bought some Litecoin anytime in 2017 and sold it in the end of 2017 when the bull run went crazy. How much money would you have made? Well, if you buy something at 9 Rand and you sell it at 6,000 Rand, you make 65,000%. Just imagine you had one Litecoin and the price was 9 Rand, and you sold it at 6,000 Rand, one Litecoin, and you got 6,000 Rand back from the 9 Rand that you bought. So sometimes when you are short-term thinking, you make mistakes. We will get into this in the next few sessions, but you want to think long-term thinking. So Litecoin now is expensive. It's 2,200, even though the price was high, it's still not back to 9 Rand because there's a proper blockchain that's supporting it. Now let's get to Cardano, which is 15 Rand a coin. Cardano, probably if you look at where Cardano has gone from where it's been, it had a low in 2020, around the 2020, around 1 rand. It went as high as 45 rand. So imagine you bought 1,000 rands of Cardano in 2019 and you sold it in 2021, July, August. You would have got 45,000 rand back from that little investment. That would have helped you and your family and your dreams and your holidays, lots of things that it could have helped you. So I'm just giving you a little bit of background and an overview of the potential of the crypto markets that many people are still missing out on. What's the secret over here? Let's go to price. If you click on price, then it goes from the most expensive to the cheapest coin. The cheapest coin now is Shiba. Shiba is not even 1 cent. It's not even part of a cent. It's a thousandth of a cent. BitTorrent is 1,000 something, and Pepe coin, which is pretty new, and Shiba, pretty new. I would buy, if I was you, I would buy some of these and just hold them, store them away, save them on either altcoin trader or whichever wallet that you can save them. Because in the next few days, in the next future, in the future, 1 rand or 1,000 rand could mean 20,000 rand, 40,000 rand, 60,000 rand. For those of you who heard about the KBC coin, the Karatbars, now known as GSP Partners, we got in 2018, we got out 2019. We sold our coins there. The people are still asking what happened to the coin. I said it was centralized. The more centralized, the more controlled something is, the less possibilities of bull runs it would have. So, yes, Google short-term thinking makes us take bad decisions. Um, I once made 8 Bitcoins in a day, and the time that was worth 100,000. I would have been a millionaire by now if I didn't withdraw. I remember, Google, you came and showed me your portfolio at the time. And we all make the mistake by using those funds and not thinking long term. So the cryptocurrency is offering us an opportunity to buy into something that's much cheaper. Buy in. If you can only afford 1,000 rand, then you buy 250 rands of each of these and leave them and store them away. You mustn't be able to use them. You mustn't, oh, I need the money now, nah, blah, blah. Don't be tempted to that because that would make you poor. So myself and my wife, between the two of us, we had 20 plus Bitcoins at one stage. And maybe it's a good thing that we don't have those Bitcoins anymore because we would have probably been sailing the seas and forgetting about all the poor people that want to learn to trade and learn cryptocurrencies. And we love people. We love people. Wherever we go, we just make friends. And my wife is more introverted. But when she starts talking, you gotta just pause. She doesn't stop. Okay, so let's get to this Cardano. I want to buy Cardano. If I have, let's say, 250 Rand and I want to buy Cardano at the current price, I put in there 250 Rand and I say buy. It's simple. But before we get this into this and make it complicated, thank you, Google. I appreciate that. And we love you too. And before we make this thing complicated, let's simplify this whole thing. I'm going to tell you how a spaza shop works, how a Pick n Pay works, how every kind of shop there is works. When you go and buy at the wholesaler's price is this price. This is the guy that you're going to buy from, and this is the price you're going to sell for. So your sell price is always, let me just refresh the screen. So you're going to use that button at the top of the screen. I'm using Brave browser, folks. Don't use any other browser in the future. Don't use Google. Sorry, Google. Don't use Chrome. Don't use Opera. Use Brave browser. You can use it on your phone. You can use it on your computer. There it says when I want to sell, I must sell lower than what I'm going to buy. You can see that the sell price is always lower than the buy price. Think of when you go to Cash Crusaders. You go to Cash Crusaders, you said, I bought this for 15 Rand 14. They're going to say, I'm only going to give you 14 Rand 50. Because I need to resell it at 15 Rand 14. Here's a good example. I'm going to use a very good example. We'll come back to this. Let's talk about silver. Folks, if you've got silver coins, silver Krugerrand, silver eagles, don't sell them to any silver dealers because they're going to say, we're going to give you 12 Rand per gram. And the silver coin is around 32 grams. We're only going to pay you 384 Rand for something that's worth 905 Rand. You're going to get lots of tips in my courses. Be present and make sure you go through all these sessions again. And I'm going to teach you how to make money the easy way. But obviously, you're going to have to practice. Get yourself involved. When you want to become a martial arts or a kung fu or a karate specialist, you're going to spend lots of hours a day practicing those moves. I'm teaching you some moves over here. So now let's quickly go and look at this. At the moment, when you look at the buy price of silver is 862 Rand. I think that's my order, or maybe someone else placed. I think I placed that order just a few minutes ago. Oh, okay. There's that order. There's my order. 862 Rand. I always want to buy, if I'm in the reselling business, I always want to buy lower than the sell price. Why am I saying that? I always want to buy lower than the sell price. Why? Because I want to sell at a profit. If you've got a spaza shop and you're selling Coke, 1 liter Coke, and you're buying it for 15 Rand, you can't sell it for 15 Rand. You're wasting your time. I think Yvette, can you just mute yourself? I'll have to set this.
Rate is everything to it. But you ban it. You ban it. Huh?
You know, when people are listening or not listening, because the fact that they don't mute themselves, they're listening to someone else. All right. When you want to buy something, you want to sell it at a profit. You don't want to sit all day in that shop and sell something at the same price you bought it. That's called a charity. You're not running a charity, you're running a business. And if any of you got any biblical background or understanding, especially of buying and selling, there were three men that were given talents. That actually was a gold talents. The talent was pretty heavy. It was probably about 300,000 rand per talent at the time. And they were given the opportunity to do with it as they wanted while their master was gone. The one went and buried it because he was scared, and the other two went and multiplied it. They used it to multiply their money, and their master, when he came home, he was very glad to see them with double. The one that had two, the one that had 600,000 had 1.2 million. The one that had 1.5 million rand uh, gave him 3 million rand back. It's absolutely amazing if you folks can learn to multiply your funds, your talents. And the easiest way, I did a session with one of my traders this morning, and we discussed silver and the price of silver and how silver has multiplied. Imagine you come in and you can afford 10 silver coins, and you're going to buy the 10 silver coins at 862. In other words, I want to buy 10 silver coins at 862 rand per coin, and I'm going to pay, sorry, 10 X or XIG. So that's the amount of coins you want to buy at the price you're going to buy, and it automatically fills in the amount that you're going to pay. I would buy those coins, and then if I decided I'm going to sell those coins at the current sell price, which is 905, and I sold 10 coins, I would get 9,050 rand back. 9,050 rand versus 8,600 gives me 430 rand back from buying at the one price and selling. It's actually such a small move. If I buy it at 862, hard to move, and I sell it at 905. Okay, it's around 5%. A small move can make me that amount. That's 5%. If I sold it at 35%, which the market will be moving shortly with the world economic crash that's coming, and I'm not saying this because I'm just sucking this out of my thumb. It's in the making. Europe is already in a depression. That's why there's war in Europe. Countries that are in depression have war. All right, so if I decide to sell it at 1,195 rand instead of 905, the same 10 coins, I get 11,950 rand back for my 8,620 rand. Then I make that profit from 886 to 11.9, and that's 38%. It's 2,000. It's about 2,300 if I'm correct, plus minus 2,300, because I placed an order. This is where you get your money to work for you. Now, what you say, well, I've only got 1,000 Rand. Fine. I'm going to show you how to trade in the close range area in the next few weeks. We're going to have 2 sessions a week so that everyone can have an opportunity to learn slowly but surely. All right. So if I'm buying something at 862 Rand and I'm selling it at 905, so let's see, I've got 1,000 Rand that I can work with. So 862. Now, this is the part that you have to be careful with, because when you want to buy and you want to buy stock, I want to buy stock. Here is the stock list. These are the orders I can buy right now and higher. But if I want to buy and the order is not, I want to buy for future, anytime from now onwards. These are the offer to purchase. This is the stock on the left, sell offers. All of the stock is on the shelf to buy now. If I buy now at the retail price, then I have to sell it at a higher price than what I bought it for. But I don't want to buy at the current price. I want to buy at the lower price. Then I change this price to any price around that's lower. Let's say I'm going to buy it 861. And then I'll say, I'm going to take that 1,000 Rand that I've got and buy at 861. And my order is over there. But in the meantime, somebody else placed an order at 862. Here's the secret of this buying and selling via the old fashioned, but it's actually modern because it's still being used today. Much better. I'm going to cancel that order at no cost. The money is back in my account to use. So I'm going to say, I want to be the highest offer. I'm going to go 863 Rand. And then I'm just, instead of typing 1,009 Rand 70, I'm just going to shift this to the right. I can take half of that if I want to. And there's my order. And then let's say I'm going to say I want to place another order slightly lower in case the price drops. I'm going to place it at 856. 856 Rand. I'm going to place the rest as an order. And it shows up as an order on Altcoin Traders buy book. So there's my order. And there's my order. Did I buy any coins? No, not yet. So basically, I'm coming to you and I'm seeing you've got tables. You're selling little tables, wooden tables that you've made for 300 Rand a table. I don't want to pay 300 Rand a table. I want to pay 250 Rand a table. So I come to you and I say, Google, I want to pay 250 Rand a table. You say, no, my price is 300 Rand a table. I said, then what you should be saying to me is, how many tables do you want? I want 3 tables. I want 5 tables. Okay. Then when I finish 5 tables and you're still willing to pay that price, then I will give you it at 250 Rand. Or here's how we all need to negotiate. What doesn't matter. I mean, Pick n Pay doesn't work like that. Macro doesn't work like that. But you can walk into an Indian shop, and I love the Indian shops because my friends are Indians. I walk into the shop. Those days we still bought cell phone batteries for our phones, and I said, I need this Ericsson phone battery, the 688, then there was the T28, and he said, I said, well, how much is the price? He said, 90 Rand a battery. I said, is that your best price? He said, how many do you want? So we were in the negotiation mode. So I said, I need 10. So he said, well, 65 Rand a battery. So we all need to negotiate. And I'm going to teach you that the order book, to look at the order book and don't be desperate. Always say, I'm going to teach you how to use these tools in the next few weeks, how to benefit from using these tools and how to read these graphs so that you know where to be placing your orders. Where should you be buying and where should you be selling? And how regularly do you want to be buying and selling? If you got 5 hours a day to trade, I will teach you a different strategy on your buy and sell order book than those who want to buy low and sell very high. And for those who want to do double strategy, you want to use some of your funds to make 1% per day, which is possible. 0.5% per day on big amounts is fantastic. Some traders make 1%, 2% per day. It depends on your dedication. But traders can be sidetracked and get emotional and make big mistakes also. So let's get to this buy order book. And what we're going to do is we're going to see what's the buy price, what's the sell price. Have any of my orders come through yet? I'm just going to refresh. And no one has bought at my price yet. But maybe 2 o'clock tomorrow morning. This is what's nice. I'm going to go to my trades and I'm going to show you on Altcoin Trader. And those of you who have not asked for the link yet, please ask for the link. I'm going to send you the link. I helped somebody register his account this morning. Look at here. 2:45 in the morning, 20 to 3 in the morning, my sell order went through. At 5:45 in the morning, my buy order went through. 5:45 in that morning, a sell order went through. So all of these orders happen while, because you placed the order, you've put your money down, you can